Taoist Magic Talk Show brought to you by Taoist Master G 师傅 and 天日 Dragon Taoism ผู้亮天尊。Hi everyone, welcome back to the show. This is your G 师傅 right here. Today we're going to talk about the Taoist law of entanglement, which is, well, not exactly that word, but I cannot find a word to describe it. So you just have to glue your butt here, listen to the whole lecture, and then you will think of what word fits. Anyway, so let's talk about how the gods communicate or listen to us, because these are pre-heaven beings, pre-heaven energies that we communicate with. And they're not like a human being where you need to talk to them face to face while they are like physically there, existing there. You can communicate with them no matter how far they are, as long as you use the heart. Hey, what does that mean? So we're going to go back into our theory of how our energy body works again. So just a quick recap, okay? Everyone has an energy body. This energy body is like your shadow. It follows you around. And this thing is, it looks like a big egg, like chicken egg, okay? So you expand your arm sideways. That's basically about how wide it is. And you go up all the way. That's basically how tall it is. And then you go down all the way where your groin is. Well, that's how, like, where it ends. Like you're like an egg that floats in the air. Okay. Between your two nipples, that's the heart. Like you put your finger on the two nipple, go into the center. That's where the center point is. That's the heart of the egg. And, well, you put one fist on top of that dot, that center point, and you can kind of imagine this. The heart is about that much protruding out, and of course it goes inside, left and right, about the same size. So basically, like a little ball right there. Okay, so the heart contains our energy, our pre-heaven energy, our life force. These energies will allow us to stay conscious, be like knowing that we're alive, and we have the energy to be awake, alive, and living a life. When your heart dies, what happens is like it goes no more energy, right? Then you will become dead. Like even your body might be still, like people can still feel you're alive. They're like you're breathing, but you are dead already. You're not there when the heart is done. Okay, so yeah, our heart generates emotions, feelings, and that kind of stuff. Your soul body, your soul energy help you to think, not the brain. We don't say the brain thinks, we say the soul thinks. The soul process information and push your body to execute what you want to do inside. So your heart is like the boss. It gives out directions. And then your soul is like the worker. It works out the direction, the instructions. And then eventually at the end, your body is like the people who do it, who execute the task. Okay, so now that you know about the energy body, the entanglement part has to do with your heart. So the heart thing is like, imagine a ball, okay? Inside the ball, there's a smaller ball in the middle. Right? If there's an other heart, like another ball with a smaller ball inside, okay? If these two hearts are entangled, like they are connected, then what happens is when you shake one heart, like one ball, you shake it, the other ball will soon start to shake at the same speed, pace, frequency. It will shake. And then eventually the other ball will like want to answer that shake. They will do something about it. They will shake again at a different pace. And then the original ball will start to change its frequency and shake like the other one. It will respond to it. It will, well, first it will respond like it will do what it's doing, and then it can decide to do something to answer it, and the other side can also shake again. So you can imagine if let's say you output the shaking vibration to form a message, like the Morse code, right? So you want to form a message, and the message is, how are you? Right? If you want to just say this message, the other side will somehow shake like you do, and then it will get the message, how are you? So it will be feeling that it is asking itself, how am I? Or how are you? So once they felt that they want to answer back, they will do some shaking and tell you, today I am feeling good. So you will start to shake and have that Morse code, coming out, say, today I am feeling good. Like that, you will kind of repeat it. It's kind of funny, huh? So it's kind of like when you guys are connected, you can be like thinking about something, and the other side will get your whatever you're thinking about right away. Wait a minute. No, sorry. Thinking. Thinking is not the word. Why am I saying thinking? Thinking is done by the soul. Feeling is done by the heart. Not thinking. A lot of people have this misunderstanding that, when you hold the incense and start talking to the God, you start thinking inside and you talk, right? You think that while you think, like inside yourself, you start speaking and thinking. You think that you are actually talking to the God. No, that is not the case. That is thinking. Thinking is done by the soul. Nope, that's not what the God hearing. So when will God get the actual message? First of all, you got to know, this is the order. The heart first, it goes to, like the heart generates the whole package, and then it goes to the soul. It unpacks itself and become like a decompressed form of the message. Then you will start hearing or thinking inside to like unpack the whole message, elaborate the whole message. And then you will decide to take action or not, to speak, to say it out physically in the reality. That's the order. Heart, soul, and then body. Okay? So while you're holding onto the incense, trying to talk to God, you start like elaborating inside. You start talking inside. That's all the soul work. That means the whole package, the pre-heaven side, the heart, has already given the whole thing to you. You're just doing the job of unpacking the whole package yourself. But that is not the thing that the God is hearing. The God is hearing it when you decided to grab the incense. That moment, the God already knew everything, because the package is right there. The reason why you pick up the incense is already there before you picked it up, and that's why you have done so. So everything that you are doing with that time period while you're holding the incense is actually already set in nature. Like the timeline, it's already set. It's already all set before you actually speak in the heart and do all that elaborating. So why are we still doing that? Is it wrong to do that? No, it's not wrong. Okay? You have the whole package. That heart stuff is inside there. Right? But human, we have the power to make decision. Just like, you look at someone and there's so many things you want to say in your heart. Right? But sometimes I don't want to say these things. I want to choose to shut up and not let the other guy listen to this because I think it's a bad idea. You can decide, right? To the gods, when you're speaking, you can also decide. It's like sending an email. You can decide to send the whole thing or delete some stuff, right? So while I hold the incense, the whole package is already there, But at the same time, while you're thinking, like inside you're talking, you're kind of selecting what to give and what not to give in that package to the God. So the incense is not given to the God yet. The God's not like spying on you, right? So you hold the incense while you speak, you're like selecting out of the whole package, what am I going to decide on? Like, this is my final message. This is what I really want to mean, right? And then at the end, you bow. When you do the bowing, the head touch the hand, the incense, that's like the mark where you're putting a mark and say, this is what I mean. You know, this is the real message. You're confirming this is the message. You confirm. And then when you put the incense into the pot, that's the agreement. When you put it into the pot, the God knows, okay, this is the final thing I'm looking at. Not the one before, right? I can read, like the God can be like this. I can read your mind 100%, but I know that's not really what you mean. You know, that's not really what you want to say. Maybe you don't want to say some stuff. Maybe you want to elaborate some stuff. You know, you can decide first, right? The God can read everything, but it decided to not just take it as is because they know you still need to process it. That's how human works, right? The entanglement part is that because you and the God has a relationship, you're a disciple, right? The God and you have a relationship. They can already feel or like have the whole package of what you have in the heart before you actually submit that incense. They already know what you want to say. They can feel your heart. Oh, you might think that, hey, wait a minute. It feels like, you know, someone's spying on me all the time and it feels not safe. No, wait a minute. No. It's not like that, okay? This is very important for this to happen. You know why? Because that's also how magic works. You have the heart spell when you ordain, right? Whenever you need the God's help, you don't even need an altar. Like many people think you need to build the altar before you can actually cultivate or do magic, and that's not true. You have the heart spell. The heart spell allows you to connect to the God right away, immediately and directly. Because why? Because when you ordain, the God has split itself up, like make a clone of itself and put into you. This is like one essence of the God put into you. And this God is like a seed, you know, it plants inside your heart. And eventually it grows and grow into a God inside your body. This God is not that God, the original one. It's not like the original one in, you know, the far away. But however, because this God blends together, like become parts of your heart now and like the condition of your heart is just like that God because you have that seed inside, right? So whenever you shake, the other side shake as well. And that is why whenever you do heart spell, the God will already immediately sense you need the connection. Like you're dialing a phone call, you go like ring, 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 and the other side already know ring, 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 okay? And they will know you need help. Whenever you do your heart spell and you stomp your foot as a signal, right? It already shows the God you need help. That's it, right? We stomp the foot as a signal. You stomp the left foot, okay, to communicate with the God, like to tell the God something, okay? So when I'm speaking inside, I stomp the left foot, the God gets it. When I say something, I stomp the right foot. The right foot, it means for the God to do something for me. I need the God to come and do something. I need the God to deploy its power. So that's the signal and why we stomp our foot. When we stomp one time, it's like, okay, you get the message, right? When I stomp 3 times, it means immediately, start it immediately, right? Really quick. So usually when we hold the incense, we stomp our heart spell, heart spell inside the heart, and then you stomp the left foot and you stomp. That allows the God to know you dial the phone number to them, right? You're calling them. When we are doing magic, Okay, often after we do the whole magic, we stomp the right foot because we need to tell the God, okay, take action right now. I need you to do it. I need you to output your power right now. That's a signal, right? You see the entanglement part, like the the God and the little God clone inside your heart. They are entangled. They are like, it's like this thing is grown from that. And because of that, your heart can now connect to the God anytime, anywhere. All you need is the code, the password, the trigger word, that heart spell. The heart spells allow you to trigger that connection to the God. And that's what making your magic works. You don't need altar, incense, and all that stuff for the God to actually hear you. When you are like you just ordained, right? You don't have an altar yet, but you have heart spell. Heart spell is for you to connect to the God. And you can talk to the God already. People might think I need to know a certain spell, magic, or something, a method that I'm missing so that I can do this and that. When I was young, I often have this thought of like, oh, if I know how to write a wealth booster food, then I can have a lot of money. That's not the case, okay? But yeah, if you have a desire in your mind, you need God's help. You can just tell the God what you need, and the God will understand what you need. And you just need to know a few basic, and you can already tell the God, here, deploy the magic into there, and that's how I want your help to be deployed. You can already do that. Very simple, right? So for our disciples, I'll give you a solid example right here. Okay? Oh, we talk about the wealth magic. Let's talk about the wealth magic, business people, okay? So let's say you do business, and you are going to hand out business card in a business meeting or, some kind of events where you see other business people as well, and you want to hand out your card so get more opportunities and, do some networking and so on. Okay, so you just ordain, right? No problem. You have your heart spell. Even if you just initiate, which is free, you can go to the website to do that. Okay, you need your heart spell. Put your hands together, with your palms. Okay, close your palm at the chest, and then bend down your index finger and touch it with the thumb on top. Okay, so now this is called the heart incense hand sign. Okay, so you close your eyes, say the heart spell inside, and then stomp the left foot once. Now raise the hand to the forehead and start talking to the God and say, okay, disciple Teen X is here to talk to the God, okay, which the name is Samo Josie, okay, and then you say, the whole message, just like you're talking to a friend. Oh, tomorrow I'm going to this place, and then this is how I want, and so on, right? After you tell the God something, you're done, okay, you pull your hand out a bit, bow, okay, touch the hand with your head, and then you stomp the left foot. Okay, now the message is in. The God gets it. Now, next day, you're going to go to that event, right? You have your business card in hand. Okay, let's hold the business card in your left hand. Okay, and then your right hand, you can touch the business card, and then close your eyes, say the heart spell, stomp the left foot, and your intention is, I want the God to put their power, the help inside the card for whatever to happen. And then you stomp the right foot 3 times. Now, the power of the God is already deployed into the card for you, and that's the magic. Now, you give out the card to people, the power is going to go with the card and influence the people that you interact with. You see how easy magic can be? You don't even need to learn a specific food or magic or method. You just need that connection. And because of the entanglement thing, right, you can connect to the God anytime, request for help, and get the help right away. It's not like you need a lot of technical skills to actually get that going. Now, why some people have stronger effect and some have less effect? That is because, well, first, it can vary because of the actual element that is there. Okay, like is there anyone that is actually really needing you? Okay, like that's the actual element. And also can happen because the difference in faith. Like how much do the God likes you and want to help you? Sometimes the God sees you like, you don't even believe. I'm not going to help you much, right? But some is like they really respect, really believe that God will want to help you more. So if you want to get more out of it, then you got to input more and commit more and have more, like be more faithful, right? That's just like you ask a person for help. A person won't want to help you if you're like not respecting, being an asshole and so like that, right? So you think about it this way. It's a very human thing. Anyway, my timer is up and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.